Howdy, hey ho. Welcome to the Loose Lemire channel. Welcome to your weekly love guidance. Love guidance! Wow! For the week of November 8th to the 14th. Here's the thing. I'm feeling the energies are... Oh, this is different. This is different. Okay. I'm not excited about this. Okay. This is a picker card reading of love guidance, and there are going to be two piles, pile 1 and pile 2. Pick a pile 1 or pile 2. And that's where your love guidance is going to come from. I thought it was going to be the same energies, but it's not. There's like two energies here, so let's get it. Let's get into it. Did you pick your pile? Timestamps will be somewhere, maybe. I don't know. Hey, pile 1. Hey, pile 1. Hey, pile 1. Hey, pile 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. What is the goddess that's guiding you in love this week towards your highest good in love? 2 of them. Wow. Oh, she out here. We have Uzumi, who is just a laughing cow. I mean, you want this person in your life, man. Like, if you need to pick me up, Uzumi is the one. She's in reverse. Protection in the alignment message. She's here to align you back and readjust you into the energy that's going to bring you the most love that your soul, your higher self wants and craves for you. And Freya is here to also be your guide and to hold your hand. Uzumi is here to just kind of be like, boom, push you into the lane that you need to be in. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and actually find Uzumi first and see what her message is to you. She makes me laugh, bro. I'm going to keep her in the upright, but I will be reading the alignment message. This is to get you aligned, and this is to empower you. Okay? Freya is here to empower you, and Uzumi is here to realign you back into where you need to be when it comes to your love life. So please pay attention to what I'm about to say. Have you been taking yourself and your life too seriously lately? Has life become a burden? Do you feel indentured to a project or a person? And the heaviness of it all makes it difficult to believe there could be relief. Well, the laughing goddess Uzumi has arrived to let you know to stop right now and be playful. Look for the funny, ridiculous, and foolish in the world. It's time for some comedy. Be like a child today. Finger paint, call your funniest friends, do laughing yoga, have a giggle fest. The goddess Uzumi reminds you, when you get too serious, she will help you laugh. This is the right way to balance all the hard work you've been doing lately in love. You are so loved. And then Freya says, Freya comes in with a bit of a sterner message. And she says, when you see life as a battleground, you lose sight of a more easeful way to be in the world. Can you stand in the middle of the chaos and allow yourself to center in the quiet hum in the eye of the storm? Let the peace of Freya, the Norse goddess of war, enter your mind. Amid the flurry of battle, she came to collect the fallen and bring them to a place of rest and recuperation. Freya is here to remind you that the acceptance of defeat is not the end. She offers the gift of acceptance, the knowing that there is nothing to resist right now. See your world at face value and look into it with discernment. When you see with greater quality, not taking this world so personally, you will not have to fight at all. If you take full stock of your condition, surrendering to what is, You can move to higher ground, begin again, or wait until the drama dies down on its own. You are the strongest, most grounded, and most powerful when you remember this is the strategy that Goddess Freya offers in your support. Freya's message to empower you is to remind you about radical acceptance. She says, essentially, look at life and see it for what it is and surrender to that. See it at face value and take in what you're seeing. And try not to take it personally. Too personally. But acknowledging it for what it is, what the situation looks like in the flesh. Not in looking at it for releasing yourself from unfair expectations, unfair wishes, hopes, and dreams, and having yourself be held hostage, Eight of Swords style, and giving your mental capacity and your body and your stress and your heart a break, and just accepting things at face value. And Uzumi comes in to give you a little bump, nudge on the shoulder that's a little bit too hard, because Uzumi doesn't understand that she comes in with too much energy, and she is more strong than she thinks, right? So she shoulder checks you and you go, damn B, I might have to relocate my shoulder. But she shoulder checks you and wakes you up and says like, hey, accepting the world at face value doesn't have to be stern, Freya. The world isn't all cruel. You haven't only been shafted all your life. You're not actually stuck to this person or this agenda that you have. The heaviness of it isn't entirely necessary. You can check out if you want to, actually. Look for the ridiculousness. Look for the crazy and laugh a little to release the tenseness as you look at the world at face value, because face value doesn't mean looking at things harshly. It doesn't mean just looking at the harshness of it. It's also looking at the skills you've gained. Laughing at the stories that you'll one day tell the future, or that you tell your friends. Have you ever, regurgitated a story or things that have happened to you, to the people in your life, things that were hard in the moment, but when you tell people, it almost becomes this sort of girl-on-girl laughter, this girlfriends, or this circle of trust laugh at my pain, or I had this person do this to me once, and I had this person do this, and you just swap stories and you bond and you laugh and you look at it at face value. And in those moments you can look at it and go, oh man, I can't believe or I can't believe they, or man, what a ride though, that was crazy. Trying to look at things in that kind of face value, not just the harsh, cold reality that Freya seems to be empowering you with. But that's how she talks, she's in war. She kind of has to have a stern exterior. But Uzumi comes in and goes, Freya, come on, look at that guy over there, his pants are falling. Like she adds a little bit of lightness to the message to align you with the type of face value that you might want to also consider in your love life this week. Balance all the hard work you've been doing by adding some joy to your world. So, what is the other love guidance, the additional love guidance that this pile one needs to know, needs to hear for their highest good, on the highest good of all, in their love life, please? Okay, I know these cards are coming out in a, I think this is like this. Okay, weird. That's so crazy. That's so wild. Holy cow. So you have 3 major arcana here. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. When I see more majors than anything, that tells me very specific things aren't settled yet. It's difficult to make a decision. It's difficult to move when you don't know where to go, when you keep oscillating between this and that and there and here. You just don't know what move to make. And no wonder Freya and Uzumi came out together, because they're tag teaming to let you know that, bro, you don't even know where to go because things haven't yet been set for where to go. Things are still in flux. Life is still happening here, and a decision you make today might be railroaded tomorrow or in an hour. So stop trying to dictate where you're going to go or what you're going to do in the long term, because quite frankly, you can't. The energy is quite literally still cooking. The chicken is still raw. You don't know if you put in enough salt in there or not, because you can't even know. Like, the ingredients haven't all been mixed into that cake, baby. You don't even know what flavoring you're going to put in because you're not at that stage yet. It's not time to put on the finishing touches when you're literally on your 2nd or 3rd layer of, you can't. And so Freya goes, baby girl, this is, if love is a war, you can't do anything, soldier. You can plan and plan and plan, and you can try and try and try, but the structures are not in place. We are fighting an enemy we don't know. We are in a battleground that we don't know, and we just have to accept that we don't know what we don't know, and we're going to look at things at face value because that's what we do know. And even then, we don't really know because the moon is here. But the thing that we can rest in and rely on is at least the things we see with our eyes, the things we hear with our ears, the things we smell with our noses, and the things we taste with our mouths. And if they reveal themselves to be something different down the line, then okay, but for now, we're taking things as they are. We're going to surrender to what is right now, because what is still ising. It's still forming. And Uzumi says, yeah, guys, so just chill out. Uzumi's a damn joke. Just chill out. Just have fun. Come play some cards. Let's play strip poker. I don't know. Let's do something fun, because clearly things have yet to settle. So this week, pile number 1, for the week of November 8th through 14, when it comes to your love guidance, things have yet to settle, and so don't force yourself to make long-term decisions based off of energies that are still cooking, bro. The war is not done or near being done, or we don't even know it. It's not what. Go slowly. Move slowly. Because things may not be what they seem. Things are still forming. Things are still jumbled up. Things aren't where they need to be. Things look weird at night when you don't know. So accept and surrender to the fact that you don't know. And at least that will definitely put you on the right path, because you don't know what you don't know, and you just don't know anything right now. And that is a good place to be. It may not be comfortable, but it is the wisest place for you to be when it comes to your love world. Anything else? No. I think I'm good. Keep your light on, pile number 1. I hope this served you. I don't know. I'm glad I did the tarot part, because that helped really color in some loins. I wish you everything in your week ahead. Keep your light on and good luck. Hey, pal number 2. Hey, pal number 2. What is your love guidance for the week? For the highest good of the person watching, what is their love guidance for the week? The highest good of them and the highest good of all, what is their love guidance for the week? 2 goddesses again. Okay, you have Isis and Gaia. Gaia is here to align you, and Isis is here to empower you. Isis is here to help guide the energy that is moving you, and Gaia is here to link into Isis's arms and link into your arms and say, hey, pivot in this direction, to realign you as you take Isis's message. I am going to flip Gaia in the upright so we can look at her beautiful pregnant body and face, beautiful pregnancy, and see her in all her Earth Mother glory. But we're going to remember she's here to align us. So please pay attention to these messages, as they may be quite important for how you move in love this week. We're going to first look at Isis and how she's here to empower you. Isis is about rebirth. And she says, the process of soul retrieval, resurrection, and rebirth is the theme recurrent through the stories of the Egyptian goddess Isis. And one that she invites you to address now. This is a powerful moment to see some of what you thought you'd lost go through a process of regeneration to live again. Like magic, the pieces of you that were considered lost in old wounds and stories are ready to be reclaimed in a healthier and more mature version. Where you were hopeless, now there is hope. Where you lost faith, you have the capacity for even more now. Where there was inequity and injustice, now you can see a better way. Where you were abandoned, now you can choose you. You are ready to face these parts of yourself and to gather them together as you step into a newer, more powerful version of yourself. Your work, your relationships, and your creativity. Have courage. Let go of blame. Claim your accountability and then co-create something better. You can do this. The goddess Isis has come to help you as a potent supporter of your growth. And you know who the biggest growth fiend is in the world? Mother Earth herself, Lady Gaia, the Empress. And she's come here to align that rebirth process, to point you and pivot you in the direction that you just need a little nudge to go into for how you should move in love this week, or how you are invited to move in your love this week, your love guidance. So the guidance, the alignment message that Gaia brings to sort of help move you through this rebirth process, to help you move through this empowerment and letting go and claimation. She says, when you scatter your energy and allow fear to take root, you can become ungrounded or out of touch with your environment. You become disconnected from your true nature as a spiritual being having a human experience. The need now is to look at the cracks in the foundation of the life you've built. When even one aspect of your life is out of alignment, it affects everything else. Ground yourself with Gaia, the Earth Mother. She wants you to enjoy creating the world you live in. Your alignment task is to take a fearless inventory of where, how, and with whom you live your life. Is your energy draining from the choices you're making? Are you physically exhausted? Do you accept less than your value? Your efforts must now be to repair the foundation of your life and begin again. Wow. You will be so thrilled with the results and wonder why you didn't do it sooner. The goddess Gaia is supporting your every move. Isis is talking about rebirth. Isis is talking about things coming back around. Isis is talking about things lost, regenerating. Things being reclaimed into a better version. Where you were abandoned, now you can choose you. Ready to face parts of yourself, gather them together as you step into a better version of your relationships, your work, yourself, and your creativity. Letting go of the blame and co-creating something better for yourself. Rebirth, regeneration, rejuvenation, waking up, and after some dark slumber or deep slumber, and choosing life, choosing love. And Gaia adds on and says, hey, by the way, as you do that, don't forget to look at where you are coming from and see what different thing you want from that. If there's someone in your world returning to you, Gaia is realigning. If there's someone in your life that you are regenerating your feelings for this week, Gaia is just letting you know, hey, look at what broke it in the first place and see if that's been rejuvenated. Look at what went wrong and talk about it and see how it can be, with both of you together, co-create a different future. If this is just for you, this is you being open about what didn't work out in the past, where you may have faltered, where you may have gone wrong, where they may have gone wrong, where whatever it was may have gone wrong, the timing, the place, whatever it was. It's not about assigning blame. It could be for some of you. It could have been completely their fault and you started learning coping mechanisms to fit in the dynamic. And look at what went wrong and see how your efforts can repair that foundation as you begin again. Currently, this week, if you find yourself exhausted, drained, if you wake up to the fact that you've been accepting less than your value, look into that. What choices are you making that are adding to that drainage? What choices can you make differently to plug that drain? In the general guidance, the guidance for this week, I believe, was to look, not the guidance for this week, but a segment of that, because I do recommend you watch that, but a segment of it was talking about looking at your life as a business. And I love looking at relationships as businesses because when you have a finite amount of resources, you use them bitches wisely. If you have $700 for the month, you're going to have to budget that out nicely. If you have 700 energies, how much of that energy are you giving to a situation that is you accepting less than your value? Because if you're investing that much and it's not giving you what you're investing or not giving you enough of what you need to continue living for the rest of the month, then you clearly need to figure that out, right? And I feel like this week you're being guided to step into a certain level of power where you get to reinvent yourself and how you show up in your love life. If you're single, honey, you get to reinvent yourself with every new person that you meet. You get to co-create a new kind of love relationship and dynamic from the person that you had before. Every new person is a new opportunity for you to create a new world for yourself, a new love life for yourself. And that is so joyful. If you are involved with someone, you can still show up brand new. You don't have to continue with the status quo that's been draining your energy. With this energy here, I feel like Isis has a strong presence. Very, very strong. And I feel like when Isis opens her mouth, she has Queen of Swords meets Queen of Wands, love child energy. Very Queen of Swords, though. She definitely inherited way more from the Queen of Swords. But as I say that, I still see the Queen of Fire as well. I feel like when she opens her mouth, she will speak and you will hear her voice. But she also has this quiet energy, but she has so much presence. And Gaia here, she seems like when she speaks, she's coming from a very Queen of Cups energy. And what does that mean? It's softer. It's deep. There's depth there. But there's still a quietness of observance here. When it comes to your love life, how I'm seeing this is this rebirth may not have to really be spoken until it's necessary to be spoken. What is the love guidance here? I knew she would pop up. I just knew she would pop up. The Empress, of course, and she is in the reverse. She's saying, hey, do not forget, I showed up in the reverse now. And we have Cups energy. Showing up big time. And awesome. I feel like this is reiterating the message I was just giving before I shuffled, of this sort of I don't want to say passive, but yeah, passive energy, this passive vibe. Of observance. And also this sort of brand new attitude that nature can have. I mean, I live in a place where the weather can be 23 degrees one day and 43 degrees the next and 97 degrees the next. Like, it's volatile. Embracing the energy of Mother Nature is not just this sweet energy. Sometimes she can be a little bit volatile. And I think that is why Isis came out first. Or rather, why Isis is here, period. Isis is not to be fucked with. Isis is this energy that says, I bring rebirth, I bring rejuvenation, I bring new life. But rest assured, I will bring new life. I'm not afraid to bring new life. And the chaotic nature of Mother Earth, the Empress, is storms, tornadoes, things that do bring new life and regenerate the earth, but there's that destructiveness of them, and that's the Queen of Fire. Fire does bring new life with that ash. There's many places where when you burn, the grass, it does give nutrients to the earth and stuff. But I digress. With the Empress in reverse here, I feel like your love life guidance this week is you can observe. You can definitely observe, but if you need to be brand new, you can. It just has to be from you. You can't fake the funk. With the Six of Cups here, it does give me the vibe of the maturity that the Isis was bringing in too. I believe this actually couples with a sweet, this is really, this energy, that's really beautiful. It's this sweetness that is also very direct. I think the Queen of Swords is usually painted quite harshly, and I don't say harsh as a judgment, I say harsh as neutral as possible. She's painted as a harsh woman. She's painted as a very astute and stern woman. But I feel like she can also smile, and she can also be kind and loving. She's just been through so much that her eyes are very discerning. She has the eyes of Isis. I don't think you've really seen this woman's face, but those are not the eyes of a woman who hasn't seen some stuff and doesn't know how to say what she needs to say. Why do I say that? I feel like being brand new with the Six of Cups in reverse even is a maturity level. And it's someone who's fighting for a future they want for themselves. It's almost being a little bit emotionally detached too. A little bit. The kind of emotional detachment that allows you to speak directly or to think directly. Yeah. With this Eight of Pentacles and Five of Cups, I'm actually painting the Five of Cups. And the quote that I painted over was the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the, serenity to know the things I can change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm sure I butchered that, but this is someone being able to honestly look at the facts and be able to say goodbye and walk away towards something more nurturing. It's actually a little bit confused. There's something more there. The Hierophant. To walk towards something a lot more supportive. It also feels like an energy of starting over, because you are going from looking at a Three of Cups back to a Two. It's going back to basics. That's so crazy. 5, 5, Five of Cups, five of the Hierophant. Those are things about change, and that's the King of Change has come out. The Hierophant. That's massive change in terms of order. Your inner emotional structure is being changed, and it's reordering itself. There really is a rebirth here for you in your emotional body. I feel like you are going back to basics and co-creating the kind of life that you want for yourself with yourself. Also, if you are co-creating it with the person in your life, cool, if they're along for that ride. But for some of you, you might be learning something from that co-creation process if you're working together with someone. But I digress. Keeping it general, I feel like there is a downgradation, but it's a rejuvenation, a regeneration. And to regenerate, you do start from the bottom, but it's a starting from the bottom that's actually a top. Oof, girl. What am I saying? It's a starting from the bottom that's actually starting from a top, because you're starting with the Hierophant here. He's bringing massive change. And that massive change is putting you back on course with the things that you want for yourself. The things that make more sense for the type of future that you want. Tell me about this Eight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. So she's come out. There are 78 cards in the tarot deck, and the cards that I talked about come through. Spirit's here. Thank you. The Queen of Wands, and we have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and that is that Queen of Wands holding the Queen of Swords' Ace of Swords. The sword of justice, truth. There's something here, yeah, definitely, but no longer sort of working on something. But I feel like it's also, I'm not feeling like you're not no longer working on something. I feel like you're working on something differently. Because what I'm seeing here with this Eight of Cups are these Three Pentacles. I'm seeing this person work at a smaller scale, but the Three of Pentacles is not so much a smaller scale. This is a person in a cathedral, for heaven's sake. This is 3 people in the building. But I feel like with the Queen of Wands here and the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, not only is she fiery, but she's choosing her moments wisely to co-create with somebody, to build something anew with somebody, if not herself, right? Like there is a co-creation here, and there is self-work for sure, because there's no way you're sort of entering a conversation with someone without having an idea of what you're wanting for yourself. Otherwise, you're blowing wherever their wind blows. And if that's what you want, to blow wherever their wind blows, then fine. It is what it is. That's what you want. But that's something that you may have decided already, where you want to go where they go. Whatever it is they say goes. Well, this is inviting you with Gaia to say, hey, though, what is it that you want? What is your end goal? What is your agenda? What is it that you want to grow for yourself in your garden? And with the Queen of Wands here, she's in her passion. She's holding on to, never saw that before, a little sunflower here. Oh my God. Look at all these sunflowers. She's holding on to a little sunflower here and looking at her kingdom, which is pretty dry and barren, and saying, where do I want to plant this seed? The sun, which has many sunflowers, by the way. 4 of them to be exact, which brings a 5. That's fun. So, how do you find words here for the love guidance for the week? The Ace of Cups. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm really glad that it showed up in the upright, because I feel like for you, this really does regurgitate the message of pouring into yourself, co-creating with yourself, getting yourself aligned, and being loose enough to co-create with another person to see where your alignments fit, whether you can co-create something that suits the both of you. But you first need to know what you want. That's if you're dealing with somebody, the whole co-creation with someone else. But this is first pouring into yourself. I say that because I usually like to subtract I like to subtract stuff as I read. There's 6 cups here, there's 5 cups there. This is, -6, -6 plus 5 is -1. That gives me an Ace of Cups pouring into itself. But with the Ace of Cups coming out here, there's a sense of balance. Number one, those 2 aces, the negative ace and the upright ace, cancel out each other, and there's this sort of give and take, the 0 energy, which is sort of a rebirth. Cool, I didn't realize that. But with the Ace of Cups coming up top, also it gives me a cup that has filled itself up and now is ready to receive from these water fountains, pouring into it or pouring out of it, and share with another being. So I feel like for you, the love guidance here is to co-create within yourself, to figure out what you want and be open to the other energies that you're dealing with, at least to hear them out, and also discuss what went wrong if they have history with you, or what went wrong for them in other worlds, in other lives, other relationships, period, to see how that could possibly affect your relationship here. But also with Isis coming out, standing so strong, her presence is so bold. Your guidance is to embrace this new energy that you're stepping into, and don't be afraid of embracing it, because it will lead you to your Ace of Cups. It'll lead you to what is yours. It'll lead you to the type of love that you want, that your soul craves. So anyway, that's it for me. Keep your light on. Good luck, and I'll see you in the comments. Peace out.